Hey, good morning. I am so happy you are here joining me for this flow and restore practice. Before we totally get started, we're going to take a minute or two just to set up your space, get that kind of optimal setup for optimal relaxation by the time we get into that practice. So take a moment now to collect your yoga props or what you're using at home for stand-in props. So we are going to use today a bolster. I also have a blanket nearby, and I happen to have 4 blocks. One of our poses, you might be able to use up to 4 blocks. Otherwise, 2 blocks is good, and some additional pillows nearby as well. As you're getting set up, please collect those things. And if you'd like to take a moment to light a candle or incense, you can do that. And you can put on a soothing playlist as well, whether that's some nice kind of gentle guitar, classical, nature sounds, some meditation, whatever kind of music helps you feel relaxed and comfortable. So you can get that all set up. We'll just take a moment here. All right. So once you've got your space set up, start in a comfortable seated position. I like to sit up on my bolster since I have this available. You can also sit up on any of your other props, but take a moment to nestle down, feel your sitting bones root you down. Lift your spine long and tall. Take your shoulders up to your ears, and as you exhale, bring them down. And let's do that again. One more time. So if you're just getting into your comfortable seat, arrive with us, body, mind, and breath. Hands can rest comfortably on your lap today. Ground the palms down. It's a little more centering and soothing. We'll use that energy for this practice. You're welcome to close your eyes here or just gaze down softly at the floor. Think of someone that you love, someone that makes you feel cherished and having purpose on this beautiful earth we share. Whether you're thinking of your mother, a carer or caregiver, a friend, a teacher, a pet, or your own loving heart here. Take a deep breath in, fill up with that love, with that gratitude, with that sense of cherished. Softly release through the breath. Send a special thought or send love out to that person or persons. We'll bring our hands to the heart center. You can keep your eyes closed. We'll breathe in this kindness and love. Breathe out, spreading this kindness and love to all of those who care for you today, in the past, and future. And we dedicate this practice to those loved ones, those cherished ones. Begin to bow your chin to your chest. Start to interlace your hands and bring them up behind your head so the thumbs kind of graze the nape of the neck where your hairline is. And this is a neck stretch. Take it as deep as you'd like. Let the elbows drop in and the arms become heavy as you get some traction against the cervical spine here. This may be enough of a stretch. Allowing the hands and arms to become heavier takes you deeper. Can begin to rotate your chin just slowly side to side. Be gentle with your body as you get moving here. Taking 1 or 2 more rotations each side. When you're ready, bring yourself back to center. Lengthen through the spine as you lift the head. Blossom the elbows out wide. Open across the heart. Send it forward. Breathe in. Breathing out, cactus arms. So the elbows are out from the shoulders. Palms are forward. Heart forward. Inhale here. As you exhale, take the arms overhead, interlace again, palms press up this time. Press so high, your shoulders go up, and then plug the shoulders down. Keep the length in your side waist and your spine, breathe in. Keep the hips rooting down as you side bend. It won't be a very deep side bend, just a bit of length on that left side, and back to center, explore the other side. Adding a bit of length now on the right. Once more each side. Keep the low core strong, the hips rooted down. This time back to center. Take it to the right. Release. Right hand down, left arm up and over. A little bit more side stretch. You're welcome to look up. Maybe blink a few times, smile, greet this day, greet this practice. Back up to center. Great big side stretch, second side. Heart shines forward. And again, that option to look up if it's comfortable. Back to center. We will come into our tabletop position next. So you can slide the, whatever it is you're sitting on, out of the way. In your neutral tabletop, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Start with just a traditional cat and cow breath. As you inhale, the heart lifts as well as the tailbone. As you exhale, tailbone drops, chin to chest. Go ahead and continue through these two poses. You're welcome to close your eyes, really tuning in here to the sensations in your body. And if those sensations want you to move in other ways, go ahead and explore whatever movements are feeling right today. So no judgment as we move through this yoga practice. We aim to be present in the body, in the physical experience, as well as the mental and emotional presence. Sometimes moving slowly and being still is even more challenging than moving quickly. So we'll take about one more breath. And then as you exhale, come back to center, walk the hands forward, begin to bow the heart forward. This is puppy dog pose. Hips stay over the knees, Anahata Asana. The forehead lowers towards the mat. You don't have to touch down here. We want the tailbone pulling up and back, and the fingertips stretching forward. Breathing in and out. One more inhale. And exhale. Option to go a little bit deeper with this. Come up to fingertips. So tented fingertips. Lower the heart a little more and just slowly sway side to side. So I am not touching the mat right now with my forehead or my chest. You may be, and you can rock your head side to side, but a little more opening for the shoulders. And then gently walk the hands in. We're going to do a little opening for the wrists. Turn the palms out or the fingertips out towards the sides of your mat here. If you're able to, you can go even farther around, fingertips towards the knees. Your forearms and wrists will tell you when enough is enough. And then here, sway side to side or in an arcing motion, kind of dropping back towards the knees. So creating a bit more space here in your forearms, in your wrists. Coming back to center, lift up, palms, and down. So the wrist is what's lifting, fingertips stay down. One more time with that rocking motion. If you're doing okay with this position, please stay with it. If you need to release, go back to your regular tabletop. We're going to take 2 rounds of cat and cow with this arm position. So it's a little bit different. Notice those different experiences in the upper extremities here. We will meet in a child's pose. Drop your hips to your heels, turn your wrists back to their neutral anatomical position. Bow the head forward and rest. Elbows come on down, nice and heavy. You can rock gently side to side here. We want to focus now into the back and the hips, creating a softening sensation, a heaviness. When you're ready, inhale forward onto the stomach. Keep the legs long behind you, tops of feet down, arms next to the ribs here. So you may need to back the hands up. Draw the elbows in, lift into a baby cobra, Bhujangasana. Exhale to lower your forehead down. Inhale, lift up, Bhujangasana. Exhale down. Once more like this. Inhale, lift. Keep rooting through the legs. Hover the hands. Breathe for 3, for 2, for 1. Pressing back. Downward facing dog. Toes under, hips up and back. For this down dog, I'd like you to take your feet even wider than hips width apart. So that's usually wider than our typical down dog. And start to pedal out here, maybe rocking side to side. We're going after the back bending. Now bring your feet hips width apart. So your usual down dog stance, heels hide behind the widest parts of your feet. Inhale, high tippy toes. As you exhale, bend your knees, pull your hips back to lengthen your spine, and then begin to melt your heels down as the knees straighten any amount. Let's try that again. Keep pressing into the hands to support you. Inhale, high tip toes. Exhale, bend the knees, pull the hips back, lengthen the sides of the waist, and then melt the heels as the knees straighten. Last time, inhale, high tip toes, bend and pull back, and then begin to straighten the legs, heels down. Now press into your hands, inhale, forward, high plank. As you exhale, lower down to the mat, knees down first, or chaturanga, all the way down. Take your hands out wide, wider than your mat, up to fingertips, feet untucked. Inhale, like baby cobra, lifting, and then dip your right shoulder down as you peek to the left. Get a really good opening in the front of the shoulder area. And take it to the other side. As before, linger where you need to linger. Be with your body, your experience here. Each breath, open space. Each breath releases something you don't need today. We'll come back to center, hands alongside the ribs. You can either press back to child's pose or tabletop or upward facing dog if you want a little more back bend. We will all meet in downward facing dog, toes under, hips up and back. This time, go ahead and bring your feet a little closer than usual. Lift the right leg behind you, three-legged dog. Inhale, heel high. As you exhale, keep the hips square. Just tap the right toes down and then use that right glute lift. Exhale, toes tap down. Inhale, lift. This time, knee to nose, and place your right foot up between your hands. Help it if it doesn't go in one step. Back knee is going to come down. Use padding if you need it under that joint. Arms will sweep up, Anjaneyasana. You're going to root through the front foot. Lift the core, lift the heart. Don't lift the shoulders. Inhale. Exhale. Keep pressing into the right foot for stability. Right hand reaches back, left hand forward for a kneeling twist. Keep your head over your heart and your heart over your belly button. Breathe in. Breathe out. Option to drop the right hand down. Maybe find your low back. Maybe find your thighs. You lift the left arm up. It's a little more with a side stretch. Breathe in. And exhale, left hand down under the shoulder, right arm up. Kneeling twist. Breathe in, lift through that right side body. And exhale, hands down. Step back, downward facing dog. If you need a little more heat this morning, you can add a vinyasa flow here. If you need the strength and stability of your down dog, please stay. If you'd like more gentle grounding practice, child's pose is a great option. We meet together in downward facing dog with the feet a little closer than usual. Left leg will lift, strong core, hips stable, and tap the toes. Inhale, lift through the heel. Exhale to tap. Once more, lift, bending knee to nose. Place your left foot up between your hands, back knee comes down. Anjaneyasana, kneeling lunge. Got the press and stability in the front foot. Lift in the hips and the heart. Softening of the shoulders. Maybe softening of the face as well. One more breath. With stability through the legs, add the twist. Right hand forward, left arm back. Imagine that left knee staying over your ankle. 2 breaths here. Got vertical alignment, head, heart, belly button. If you'd like to add that back bend, left hand maybe to the low back, a little gentler, or reaching for the thigh, right arm up. Keep pressing into the big toe mound on that left foot. 1 breath. And exhale, right hand down under the shoulder, left arm lifts, taking the twist. 1 breath. Return the hands to the mat. Stepping back, yogi's choice. Down dog, child's pose, vinyasa. We meet together, downward facing dog. Step your feet together again. This time, inhale, right leg up and back, 3-legged dog. Stack the hips open, reach your leg a little higher, bend that top knee. As you arrive in this fire hydrant stretch, you can choose to stay or add hip circles, ankle circles, anything that feels good. When you're ready, knee to nose, right foot between your hands. Spin your back heel down, warrior 1. You don't have to have a super long stance for your warrior 1 today. I want to feel grounded and stable where you are. That's really the focus of our Virabhadrasana 1. Breathe in. As you exhale, arms come around and out to a T. Open across the heart. Exhale, reach around, maybe hooking the thumbs, or give yourself a fist bump in the back. Inhale. Exhale, release your hands now, right under, left on top, back-to-back hands or working a double wrap. If these eagle arms are not accessible, you can also hug your shoulders. Really nice alternative. From here, square the hips, right hip back, left forward. Begin to lift your heart and elbows. As you exhale, maybe coming forward to tap elbows to knee. Just working with your breath, with your balance as it presents itself in this moment. We'll rise up, release your arms, sweep them up, and then bring the hands down, lift up the back heel. Now you're in a runner's lunge. Left hand will stay, right arm will lift. Breathe in. Easy twist. As you exhale, hands down, take the left foot forward, forward fold. Feet will be hips width apart, knees will bend. Ragdoll fold. You can hold opposite elbows or interlace hands at the neck. Sway side to side. Maybe sway forward and back. Releasing tension from your back, from your shoulders, from your neck. Adding a couple of shakes. Yes, no. Hands come to shins or thighs. Flat back on an inhale. As you exhale, hands come to the mat, stepping back. Plank. From here, yogi's choice, down dog, child's pose, or vinyasa flow. Right? All modifications are available to you. We meet together in downward facing dog. Step the feet together. Left foot will lift. Stack your hips open, left leg even higher, bend the knee. Stay with your fire hydrant stretch. Try to square the shoulders. And maybe explore the hip circles on this side, both directions. Ankle circles. Eventually square your hips, knee to nose. Left foot forward between your hands. Back heel pivots down. Again, this easy warrior 1 stance. So I've got width between the feet and pressing down. Find your Virabhadrasana 1. Inhale, arms out wide, heart forward, and then around, hooking thumbs, interlacing the hands, or fist bump in the back. Keep your left knee bending forward, lifting the heart. Square the hips. Release your hands as you come forward, left under, right on top. Back to back, double wrap for the eagle arms, or hold your shoulders. We'll flow, breathing to lift heart and elbows. And rolling yourself forward and down, maybe tapping. One more time through at your own pace. Releasing the arms. Down to the mat. Lift the back heel. Find the runner's lunge. Right hand will stay. Left arm will lift as we twist now in this lunge. Left knee tries to stay over the ankle. Left hand comes down. Step forward. Forward fold. Breathing in, flat back. Breathing out to release. Uttanasana, fold. Rolling up slowly to stand. Vertebra by vertebra, rise. Arms sweep up. As you exhale, cactus arms, elbows wide, heart forward, lift. Exhale, hands around, hook. Find your fist bump, whatever heart opener works for you. Breathe in. As you exhale, start to sink back through chair pose so the hips go back. Weight shifts to the heels. Breathe in. Pause. Breathe out. Continue down. Belly to thighs. Head releases. Hands reaching up and over. In your deep shoulder bind. Release as needed. Move gently with your bound position or your released arms. We'll take one more breath as we are. Everyone then releases hands. Flat back, inhale. As you exhale, hands come to the mat. Left foot steps back. Start in the runner's lunge here. Breathe into a high lunge. Rise up. Hug those inner thighs. Add the twist. Right hand back, left hand forward. Maybe turning your gaze to the right side of your room. Stay here. Or add the rotation, right hand down to the back or thigh, left arm up. Inhale. As you exhale, untwist. Pivot your left heel down, your right toes in. So now we're facing the long left edge of the mat. Inhale, arms out to a T. Open, strong core as you hinge through flat back and release down. Prasarita Padottanasana. Wide forward fold, head may be releasing to the floor, hands may be walking in line with the feet. Try to feel a little lightness in your heels. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lift to flat back, hand support under the shoulders. This time walk your hands to the back of the mat. Pivot your feet so you're in a lunge shape. Inhale when you're ready, high lunge. Breathe in here. Use your core for stability as you add a twist. Right hand will reach forward, left hand back. So peeking around that same wall. Breathe in. Choose to stay or add that rotation, left hand to the back or the back thigh, right arm high. Inhale. Exhale. Rise up, untwist, right heel down, left toes in. All 10 toes again, facing the side of the room here. Inhale, arms out to a T. This time as you exhale, just to flat back, and then drop the right hand. Lift the left as you twist. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, right up. Twisting. Once more each side. You can always use a block here under your hands. Return to center. And fold in. Prasarita Padottanasana once more. Two breaths here. Walk the hands under the shoulders as you lift to flat back. And then hands walk to the front of the mat as you pivot around to a low lunge. Hands find to the mat here under the shoulders, stepping back to plank, yogi's choice. We will meet in a down dog. How you get there is up to you. This will be our final vinyasa for today, if you're taking any more of those. From downward facing dog, we'll lower the knees gently under the hips, back into your tabletop shape. Reach for your blocks or whatever you're using as your stand-ins. We're going to place them next to the ankles. So I prefer the medium setting. If you need a little more support in back bending, go for the taller setting. You can adjust as we move through this next flow. Come back to your tabletop once you've got your blocks set up. As we inhale, we lift into cow pose. As you exhale, find your cat. Sit the hips back. Child's pose. Roll up. Inhale, hands to blocks. Press the hips forward. Tuck your tailbone under. Squeeze your glutes. For a supported kneeling heart opener. It's kind of a variation of camel pose. I like to keep looking forward. If it's comfortable, you can look up. Exhale, lower your hips, hands forward. So that's the sequence we'll repeat a couple of times. Inhale, heart lifts, cow pose. Exhale, belly draws in, cat, hips back. Hands find blocks. Inhale, press the hips forward, unfurl across the heart. Exhale, lower down. So if you're getting comfortable, you can always place your blocks on a lower setting. Inhale, cat. Exhale, cat. Hips back. Inhale, press them forward, open across the heart. And exhale down. Final time through at your own pace. We will meet in Hero's Pose, Virasana, sitting on the heels. You can just slide a block underneath your seat as needed here. Hands at the heart center. Feel your tailbone drop. Create some space in the lower back. You're welcome to close your eyes. Soften the shoulders. Connect again with that dedication for this practice. We'll add a little bit more back bending. Please take this and be as gentle as you need to be with your own body. I prefer the blocks nice and high for this. We're gonna come up. It's a moving camel pose. If you need padding under your knees, take a moment and set that up too. Knees under hips, feeling a lift in the front belly. I'm gonna take my left hand back to the block. Inhale, heart up. Right hand up, and then maybe sweeping it to the side and back. So coming around, sweep that right arm around now, kind of a semicircle in front. Find that right block, left hand around to reach. So go ahead and move at your own pace if you're feeling pretty comfortable and warmed up. Blocks on a lower setting. Maybe no blocks at all for some of you. Really using the glutes as I hit that kind of extreme arch in the center. We'll finish up one more each side and meet again in Virasana. This time as you come into your Virasana, if you're already there, make sure you've got support under your seat. I'm going to take my block, place it between the heels to sit down. If you need 2 blocks here or a higher seat to take pressure out of your knees, build that up for yourself. Settle palms on thighs. Release the tailbone. Stack the vertebra. Eyes rest. Connect to your breath. Observe your heart rate. We'll add a twist here. Keep sitting on the block. Take your other block over to your right side. I've just got it on the medium setting. Left hand lifts. As you exhale, twist, maybe left hand to thigh, and this right hand with the block comes behind you for support as you add the rotation. In this seated twist, both sitting bones root down. Any other twist here can be taken as an alternative. Return to center. Inhale, right hand up. Exhale across to the thigh, left hand reaching around. Find the block or support behind you. Couple breaths. Being patient with your experience. Come back to center. And begin to transition now into our more restorative aspect of practice. First, we're going to take a restorative child's pose. I do like to set this up on my blocks. You are welcome to use the blocks or skip the blocks. Some people like it without. If you're using blocks, go on the low setting, and I like a bit of space just between them here. Find your bolster or sturdy pillows if you're using those for alternatives. And then snuggle your knees up right around that bolster. You can make this more comfortable if a child's pose gives you a lot of space between your hips and your heels. You can take a blanket into that space as well. As you come forward to your child's pose, you have a nice snuggle. Let yourself settle down. If you have a gap between your blocks, you can wrap into a gentle hug here. The idea is to allow your body to be held by the props in this restorative pose, and all of our poses for the remainder of class. So there are minor adjustments that you can make in order for the props and gravity to be taking more of the work and your body to be doing less of the work here. Make those adjustments. As you settle in, notice any areas where the breath seems to flow a little more easily. Any areas where the breath feels a little tighter or more challenging. Expand into those areas, bring with it softness, spaciousness. You have your cheek to the bolster. Gently rotate other cheek. You have one arm or hand in front of the other. Swap those also. And settle in. Take a moment to arrive in this new shape. Bring softness and spaciousness with your breathing. In any of our restorative poses today, if you'd like to stay longer, please do that. When you're ready to move on, we'll gently lift up. Take a stretch now for the backs of the knees for a seated forward fold for Paschimottanasana. In our restorative version, we're going to send the legs out long in front of you. Give them a shake first. And everyone will need different supports for this position. If you have tighter hamstrings or a tighter feeling back, a great alternative and way to support yourself is to take a blanket or a towel, roll it up, slide it under your knees so you've got a supported gentle bend of the knees. If you don't need that, you don't have to add it in. We will build up some padding in the fronts of the legs here. Sit tall. Try to aim your sitting bones kind of down and back at an angle. So we've got a forward tilt of the pelvis. We're going to keep the feet slightly flexed here. Breathe in to sit tall. As you exhale, start to fold forward and then build up the space so that you can relax your forehead and let the arms rest. This is a more passive stretch position, so you may not be feeling that kind of usual hamstring stretch sensation of your forward folds. Trust that you are creating space and lengthening the muscles and the tissues in the back body. And after about 3 more breaths, if you'd like to make any adjustments to go deeper into your stretch, you can make those adjustments after your body has integrated the pose. As we settle into this supported Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold, let your eyes close. And let your focus follow your breath in and out. Inevitably, your mind wanders. You can use your dedication or intention to bring yourself back into this present moment, this practice. Use your breath or a mantra of your choice. Stay about 3 more slow, easy breaths. When you're ready, gently come up. Noticing how your body feels as you come out of these poses can be a pretty good reflection of the benefits and the body incorporating those benefits of these poses. I'm going to move the blocks near the front of the mat. Reposition the bolster across the mat horizontally, about midway, maybe just a touch behind midway here. Hands walk in front. We'll tuck the toes under, just taking an easy down dog, wide feet. Shift around and move any way you'd like. We'll move next into a restorative pigeon pose. You're welcome to lift the right leg when you're ready. Draw the knee forward, and we're going to place the entire right leg in front of the bolster. My knee is in front of the hip. My hips slide back to settle on the bolster. If you don't comfortably arrive here, build up your bolster with your blanket or additional pillows. Left leg will be pretty straight behind me. Trying to keep the hips moderately square here. Lift the heart and exhale, walk your hands forward. We're going to take 3 breaths to settle into our pigeon. Inhale, little opening of the heart like cow. Exhaling, bowing forward. Inhale, little lift. And melt. Once more. This time coming down maybe to elbows and sliding your blocks in to support you. They can be under your elbows. You can slide one under your sternum, the chest bone. You can use the other under your forehead. Having support in the third eye area, right about where the eyebrows would meet. has amazing benefits for the parasympathetic nervous system, and that's our resting and digesting nervous system. And this allows the body to release from the kind of constant chaos and anxiety responses of our day, of our week, our month, our year. Allow yourself to be held with the support under the hips here for the outer hip stretch. As we settle in, you may find you can make adjustments so that your body is held more comfortably by your props. And you get just an easy stretch in the right outer hip. Soften your jaw, your shoulders. Let that softness flow down to your back, to the hips. And then a heaviness comes over you. And settle and breathe. We'll be here about 5 more slow breaths. When you're ready, slowly lift. Tuck your back toes under. Stepping back, either pedal it out in downward facing dog or maybe lift that right leg for a 3-legged dog. At your own pace, left leg will lift. Knee comes forward to set up for the second side. Entire left leg in front of the bolster. Build up as needed, acknowledging that we may have different experiences and different needs here, each side. We'll take those 3 breaths to ease our way down. Being gentle with your body. Being gentle with your self-talk. We work to let go here, to breathe, and to accept things as they are, as they present themselves. So as you settle into this supported pigeon here on your second side, make all the adjustments that you need to be as supported and to be as comfortable as possible. Releasing tension all the way from the top of your head, neck and shoulders, down the back to the lower back and hips, especially the outer hip on that left side. These pauses provide the body and mind a vital and necessary opportunity to rest We are conditioned to go, 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 to be productive, to use time, to multitask. It can be so hard to slow down and rest. And we need it in our bodies, in our minds, in our hearts. If emotions bubble up, let them arise, feel them, and move on. And the same with thoughts. If some unexpected thoughts bubble up here, observe and notice. And then moving on from those thoughts by coming back to breath and to this experience. By feeling your body in this shape and being here. Five more slow, deep breaths. When you're ready, hands walk in, gently lift. It's time, slide the blocks to the side. Back toes under, step back. Nice wide down dog or three-legged dog. Pedaling out. And then lower your knees down. You can move the bolster just to the side. We'll use it for our next pose. Next, we are coming into a reclined twist. I'm going to set it up at the front of my mat. You can do it really at either end of your mat where you're comfortable. We're going to use one block on a tall setting, one on a horizontal. If you don't have exact blocks, and you're using alternatives, just make sure that you're set up with stability. You can build up a similar shape so that when you lay a bolster across, you've got a nice diagonal that's supported here. So finding a shape that looks something like this. We're then going to take the right hip just up to the short edge here of the bolster. So sit close, you're gonna stack the knees, sit tall. As we exhale, we're going to come into a twist. So I start rotating right ribs towards the bolster. So this is the most accessible option. Right ribs and right cheek come down. As you relax, the hips shift a little, knees kind of unstack and slide into any shape that's comfortable. Hands will relax. Some people like, again, to slide a hand kind of through the gap under the bolster. You can snuggle down. This gentle twist massages the internal organs, promotes blood flow, especially through the abdominal organs. If you'd like a little bit more from this supported twist, you can experiment. Start by bringing the knees a little higher. Rotate your sternum, the center of your chest, to the bolster, and try turning the left cheek. This can get pretty extreme. So if you arrive and you feel like it's a bit too much, that your body can't relax, but you are holding yourself here, I invite you to return. Right cheek down. We'll settle in here, making any adjustments that you need to feel stable and supported. And if your body temperature is lower and you'd like to bring a blanket over you, you can do that here. Let the shoulders soften. The right side of your body passively lengthening. Notice the breath. Which areas of the lungs, of the ribs, of the front body and the back body fill easily? Which areas fill less easily in this twist? Can you bring your breathing deep into the low belly? Can you soften the hips and the knees? And rest. About 3 more slow breaths. Maybe keeping your eyes closed. Just we slowly make our way to the opposite side. Bring your left hip close to the short edge. Knees stack, lengthen the spine, then twist. Left ribs or center of your chest, lower down. Left cheek supported, or that deeper twist, right cheek. Let the hips and knees settle. The body rests. In addition to the physical benefits for the abdominals, the organs and the muscles, as well as the back, we are soothing the vagus nerve, which is a central nerve that runs down throughout the thoracic and abdominal cavities. Promoting a sense of safety, of calm, and trust. And those feelings that others provide to you, maybe that you're special, someone you've dedicated this practice to has provided you with. You can provide to yourself now simply by resting here, breathing here, and being here. Three more slow, easy breaths. As you gently come back to center, you're welcome to shift into a supported Shavasana, final resting pose on your back, or you can keep this set up, just bringing the low back up close. And if you have a blanket nearby or your extra pillows or supports, it can feel really lovely. Bringing the feet to butterfly shape and then taking your extra supports just under the thighs or the knees here. This is Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined goddess pose, and I invite you to tap in to the goddess within you. Set yourself up to be pampered in this shape. To rest and soften. To let the heart open as you share in the kindness, the love, and the support that we give each other. Breathe and rest. Stay where you are for as long as you need today. When you're ready, wiggle your fingers. Bring your hands to the stomach. Feel it expand as you inhale. Soften as you exhale. Bring your hands to your heart, one hand over the other, or to prayer shape. Feel the chest rise with your breath. Release with the breath out. Feeling the vitality, this life force, the love, the kindness, the generosity, compassion that you give to others. Give it to yourself here. Accept this gift with an open heart, trusting that you are worthy. Hands come to prayer position, thumbs meet the lips. May we speak the kindness in our hearts. Hands come to the third eye. May we know this kindness in our own hearts and those of others. Returning your thumbs to your heart, we end by saying namaste. The goodness in me salutes and honors the goodness in you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me in this flow and restore practice. Please reach out if you have questions, comments, or concerns. You can type them into the chat below or connect with me on any of the social media accounts. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Enjoy this love, this peaceful feeling. You deserve it too. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Take care. Please like the video if you've enjoyed this practice, subscribe to my channel, and check back for more soon.